The first time I met the chairman was 50 years ago in Gwangju. At that time, I was an elementary school teacher, and the chairman was a high school student. Whenever there's an event or work to do, he would take the lead and do the most difficult work. Seeing the good nature in him, I realized that as the twig is bent, so grows the tree. At a young age, in my 20s, I personally met God and wished to share that joy to the ends of the earth by serving the poor and needy well. At that time, Chairman Han Gil Park also had the same goal of devoting his life to preaching the gospel. So, even if we lived in different regions, or even if our age was different, we became a companion in walking towards our goal. At first, I thought of being a management advisor to the chairman. But one day, the chairman asked me to be the representative businessman, and I was extremely surprised. My wife also opposed this idea.
As a couple, our purpose was to live while preaching the gospel. So at first, I was against it because I was wondering if we could preach the gospel while doing a business that pursues profit.
But the chairman said that a life living together can only be realized through the Atomy system. That was what I was looking for. So I was moved and couldn't resist but to help him. The Atomy system enables people to live together and makes people without hope be able to succeed with hope. So I worked really hard to reach out to even one more person about it. The power that has enabled Atomy to grow until today is the power of the company's motto. Atomy's way of cherishing each and every spirit, and the earnest prayers of the chairman who wishes to humbly serve others, became the company's motto, and as it's realized in life, Atomy will last forever. When Atomy first started, the chairman made me 3 promises.
Be sure to succeed. Do not harm others. Preach the gospel to many people. I requested these 3 points, and he gladly promised.
All 3 promises have been fulfilled. Furthermore, various services, sharing, and gospel are being shared throughout the world. Executive Director of Compassion Korea. When someone talks about Atomy, I think people already heard about the precious donations, sincerity, and business as mission done by Atomy through the support of Compassion Korea. Everything we dreamt of together with the chairman has come true. Atomy has set the goal of becoming a global premier company. In order to find out whether this is possible, we collected data while traveling to the US and Canada, worked to verify it with many experts, and finally proved that Atomy is an absolute system. I think Atomy contains something that gives so much joy and happiness to everyone who puts it into practice. Let the love of Christ and the gospel enlighten everyone's spirits. And I hope you become members of this precious Atomy family, which functions as a medium that is both a business and a ministry at the same time. In the early days, I was proud and touched when I saw people succeed by following the chairman's system well, despite having a poor academic background and financial difficulties. the most valuable thing in our life is to succeed and to live a life of sanctification by preaching the gospel. And this is the most important thing in our life work. I believe this is an intrinsic value of Atomy. Among the first-class companies, Atomy is becoming a premier company by being renewed day by day. Atomy will open a new era of distribution through Atomy's system. I want to be a person with deep roots. When roots are connected, it becomes a jungle. And eventually, we'll create a colony. The man and woman of the hour, new Imperial Masters, Yoon Yoon and Yoon Suk Bae.
All members at the site, please stand up and welcome the man and woman of the hour. Please give a big round of applause.
Everyone, please stand up and welcome them with a big round of applause.
This is my song.
This is the moment when the dream of Imperial Master becomes true. They're now greeting the Atomy family members. This is so exciting and thrilling to see them bear the fruits of their labor.
All Atomy family members are making eye contact and congratulating the new Imperial Masters. This is a really touching moment. At this stage, the leaders of Atomy are waiting for the new Imperial Masters.
They'll get onto the stage to hug each Imperial Master and be applauded. Finally, the man and woman of the hour will go up to the stage.
Please give a big round of applause with huge shouts.
On the stage, they're greeting all the Imperial Masters. Everyone is cheering and congratulating them with warm hearts.
They'll be emotionally overwhelmed thinking about their past dedication and how many Atomy members would they have helped to get on the stage. Congratulations! And they're fully appreciating this joyful day by hugging and shaking hands with global leaders. Wholehearted congratulations!
Imperial Master, a position that every Atomy members dream of achieving. So they are our hope and joy for all of us. I hope this will be an opportunity for all Atomy members around the world to vision their dreams more vividly while watching this glorious moment.
Global Atomy family members are joining this celebration in real time from all over the world. Now let's continue with the award ceremony. Chairman Han Gil Park will award the promotion trophy.
Members' names: new Imperial Master Yoon Yoon and Yoon Suk Bae. You've achieved the title of Imperial Master, the highest honor of Atomy. Through your effort and passion to achieve your dreams and extraordinary consideration and humility, you've proven and raised the value of Atomy's spirit of honesty and goodness are the best strategy, and your practice of noblest obliges was exemplary to others and worthy of praise by all Atomy members. Hence, I present this trophy to you with the gratitude of all Atomy members. 18th November 2022, Chairman Hang-gil Park of Atomy Co. Limited. Congratulations!
Wholehearted congratulations! The pin of the new Imperial Master is being awarded. Please congratulate them with a big round of applause. Should we take a commemorative photo? 1, 2, 3, Atomy! Congratulations!
Next, a forklift with 1 billion Korean won appeared over the blue carpet. Atomy's promised cash promotion for Imperial Masters is being carried across the blue carpet by the cash forklift.
Several years ago, Chairman Han-gil Park promised to give cash carried by a forklift as a promotion gift to those who reach the highest mastership. The 1 billion Korean won promised by Chairman Han-gil Park, that 1 billion Korean won is coming in on that forklift. Atomy family members around the world are watching in real time, and this side is where the promise is being fulfilled, and you're witnessing a moment of history.
It's a reward for walking steadily on the path to success and having confidence in success despite many challenges along the way. The forklift with 1 billion Korean won is closing on the stage towards the new Imperial Masters.
Congratulations to the new Imperial Master, Young Yoon and Yoon Suk-bae, for running tirelessly to achieve your dreams. Now, Chairman Han-gil Park will deliver the 1 billion Korean won of their dreams.
This is the moment when the dream comes true. Please give them a big round of applause and congratulate them.
We want to remember this glorious moment. Now, let's take a commemorative photo together. Please look to the front. Congratulations to becoming the new Imperial Masters. Despite the pandemic, thanks to the super synergy of the united heart of Atomy members around the world, we, Young Yoon and Yoon Suk-bae, were promoted to new Imperial Masters and show our deepest gratitude. Despite the unpredictable times, miracles have been achieved. We would like to express our special gratitude to global members, especially those who come from far away, such as Canada, the US, etc. Also, thank you and congratulations to all those who were promoted with us. Thank you to all Atomy members and all employees, including the chairman. Thank you. As you can see, in Andong, where I was born, there's a 350-year-old Zelkova, a young mischievous boy who used to play on the tree, now stands in front of the tree again at an age over 70 years old. This is a place with many memories where I used to read the Bible, and it provided cool shade in the summer. As a young man, under this Zelkova, I dreamt of preaching the gospel to the end of the earth. That young man soon became an elementary school teacher. At that time, my expression was quite stiff. because of internal conflict. But a female teacher who worked at the same school was always full of happiness. I learned that the secret to her happiness was a life full of Christ's love. Then I experienced the miracle of personally meeting God. And I married that teacher who became my lifelong partner. After 50 years, I visited the elementary school again with my wife. And there were still many traces of the past. Since then, my wife has consistently been looking at me with amazing eyes of faith and always encouraged me. I'd like to use this opportunity to thank her again. It's the result of your faith that I could become an Imperial Master today. I love you.
Through my husband, I met Chairman Hangil Park, a companion sharing the same goal. The chairman, as a young man, was more passionate and sincere than anyone else. He was a man with leadership. After some time, I heard the news that the chairman, who I loved in faith, was in an extreme situation where he was in poor health and lost all of his wealth. Above all, I prayed eagerly for his health to be restored. Then, I was so happy when I heard that the chairman slowly recovered and started his business again. But at that time, the chairman had a bad credit standing, and I was really worried when I heard that. My husband would like to help him establish a corporation. This was the time when we finally recovered from great financial difficulties that lasted many years. Due to helping someone who was very close to us, it has only been a few months. After days of worrying, God, who loves me more than anyone else and whom I've served all my life, spoke to me through the scriptures. Wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord. Finally, I laid down my concerns and thoughts to God and obeyed the words of God. Before starting the business, the chairman made me promise that through this work, families will be recovered, and I'll not harm anyone around me. Rather, he said, those that I meet through the life of sharing, I'll make them rich. And I'll succeed in the work of cherishing the Spirit, so that everyone can meet again in heaven. This promise was the beginning of Atomy. That promise was fulfilled in me as well, that I get to stand here today. Chairman, who I respect and love. My sincere gratitude for keeping the promise that was made 13 years ago without faltering.
There is a saying that as the twig is bent, so grows the tree. When I first met with the chairman 50 years ago, he was so good and honest that I was able to accompany him until today. This tree is the largest sequoia tree in the world, which is called General Sherman Tree. It's more than 2,300 years old, and has a height similar to an apartment with 25 floors. The thickness of the bark is over 80 centimeters, so it survived dozens of fire accidents. The reason why this tree can stretch out so high and strongly is because there are strong roots under the tree, far below what you can see. And the roots of the numerous sequoia trees growing around this tree are supporting each other so they can survive heavy rains and winds, even typhoons, and grow together without collapsing. Like this sequoia tree, if you see the roots of the beginning and the vision of the future, the Atomy family members will be able to see that God is with us and will gain the confidence to reach the end of the earth. For today's last story, I'd like to share the story of tradesmen from 3 countries who have different nationalities but share the same goal, and devoted themselves to preaching the gospel under the spirit of business as mission. The first is a missionary named Malcolm Penwick from Canada. He was a tradesman who helped his parents with farming and engaged in wholesale of hardware stores from a young age. As a young man, he listened to Hudson Taylor's sermon at the Niagara Bible Conference in Canada and vowed to devote himself to missionary work. Currently, the Atomy and Dreamy Foundation also inherits the spirit of the Niagara Bible Conference and conducts revival meetings around the world. This is where the actual Niagara Bible Conference was held. In 1888, Hudson Taylor, the founder of the China Inland Mission, also served as a lecturer at the Niagara Bible Conference. At dawn, I found the traces of this conference with my wife, and I was greatly touched. Malcolm Fenwick was challenged by a lecturer of the Bible Conference, who said, even a rusty and crushed barrel could carry life-saving water, and participated in workplace ministry. He had a great passion for preaching the gospel, and volunteered to do missionary work at an unfamiliar country of Joseon at the end of the earth. He preached the gospel from Gwangju to Wonsan and contributed greatly to the revival of agriculture and self-reliance missionary work. Second, it's John Wanamaker of the U.S. He is the founder of department stores and is called the king of department stores. But he is better known as a man made by the Bible. He is the father of marketing, who established the concept of marketing that we now use, and also the richest man during his time. The fact that the statue of Wanamaker stands tall in Philadelphia City Hall, the first capital of the U.S., is an unbelievable achievement. He founded the Wanamaker department store in Philadelphia. He also preached the gospel at business sites, with D.L. Moody, his lifetime companion in faith. He lived in faith all his life. When I went to John Wanamaker's department store in the U.S., there's a big pipe organ, and songs of praise are still being played every day at noon and 5 p.m. It was touching to see all the customers stop and listen to the songs of praise. Third, and the most important person, is Chairman Han Gil Park, who is rewriting the history of distribution. "13 years ago, his business failed and he fell terminally ill. Then, he decided to evangelize just 5 people before going to God, and distributed Hemo-Hymn to others, which was the beginning of Atomy. The chairman's earnest prayers became the motto of the company. Atomy is a company that was established to preach the gospel. Atomy was founded on the spirit of business as mission and became a global company with sales of over 2 trillion Korean won. So he became a tradesman who preaches the gospel around the world. What these 3 different tradesmen have in common is that they prioritized God's work and devoted themselves to preaching the gospel to the ends of the earth. Atomy's motto of cherish the spirit has become more than one company's motto and is now opening a new era. I received my PhD from Canada Christian College for my long-standing research on the promotion of sanctification through the Atomy community. The dissertation examines the maturity of sanctification within the Atomy community. Atomy is a business as mission company, which has become a leading company serving as a religious role model both at home and abroad. Professor Junku Yoon, in his book, The Laboratory of Sustained Hyper-VUCA, suggests Atomy as an alternative to this rapidly changing and uncertain era. This book has become a business book that is widely read by executives in Korea's leading conglomerates and is currently being translated into English in collaboration with Cornell University in the US. This proves that the direction of Atomy, a company that cherishes the spirit, is going in the most complete and right direction that God has prepared. As a companion who worked even before Atomy was established, and as a representative businessman, I'll protect Atomy's root of faith together with you. I promise to help businessmen around the world and continue to preach the gospel. With this 1 billion Korean won that I received today, I'll take the lead in everything. Together with Chairman Han Gil Park, the employees and members, until Atomy reaches the end of the earth. Looking back, everything has been God's grace. And I believe that everything in the future will also be done by God's grace. I'll end with praise to God together with dreamy students who will lead the next generation. Thank you.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.